What's up, everybody? Doc Dog 1985. There's levels to this. All right, guys, quick video. I don't know the right way to say this, and I'm not trying to be controversial or anything like that. I'm just being honest with you, okay? If you primarily game on console, it is my humble opinion that it may not be in your best interest to buy games day and date, to experience that game day and date. Now, before you freak out, let me explain to you why. It is a common theme known to anybody that games on console that a lot of games that come out on console when they first come out are not nearly ready to come out on that console. Most games require a patch once, twice, three, four, sometimes up to five patches. Not only that, but depending on how long you're willing to wait, the gaming experience will be completely different if you wait to play it later on. Now, I get accused all the time of playing old games, which I do. I play a lot of old games. For example, right now, I am streaming Killzone Shadowfall for my channel members on YouTube. Okay, so literally, Killzone Shadowfall is a PS4 game, and I'm playing it on the PS5. But here's the difference. As I'm playing this game on the PS5, I'm playing this game at 60 frames, 60 frames per second, really smooth, 1080p, and the game looks phenomenal. The game looks phenomenal. Like for a PS, especially for a PS4 game, the game looks amazing. Now the game looked great when it came out on the PS4, but it was running at 30 frames. So a first person shooter running at 30 frames is not the same as playing a game now at 60 frames, which definitely makes the game a lot better. So another example I would give you would be a Plague Tale Requiem. So I've recently finished a Plague Tale Requiem, and that game was amazing. It was phenomenal, but it ran at 30 frames per second. Now, if you got an Xbox Series X and you could go ahead and put it at 120 hertz mode, it'll run it at 40 frames per second, which is better than 30, but it's still not quite 60. I am willing to bet that in the future a patch will probably come out for this game and this game will run at 60. That's what I'm willing to bet. Okay. But again, that's if you're a console player. If you're a PC gamer, then yeah, you just make sure you have a powerful enough PC that can power through whatever you want and you go ahead and play at whatever frames. But if you're a console gamer, maybe waiting until these games are a little bit older is better. I mean, Cyberpunk is a perfect example. A person that experiences Cyberpunk right now will not have the same experience as someone that experienced Cyberpunk on the Xbox One or on the PS4 before they took it off the store. Like it's completely different now. Like Cyberpunk is a great game by all intents and purposes now, right? I got a chance to play it on GFN and it ran perfectly fine, so I was lucky. But for a lot of people, they didn't have that same experience. Something else that happens when you wait for a game to get old is that typically, obviously, they go down in price and you get more of the game. So you'll get like the Ultimate Edition with all the DLCs and all that other stuff for a way cheaper price. The only thing you're missing is that you didn't experience that game as soon as it came out. I mean, it's really up to you, but another example I could give you would be Spider Man. So I got to play Spider Man when the remastered version came out on the PS5, okay? And I got to play it with I've waited so long to play it that I even waited until the PS5 finally got VRR support. So I could put it on ray tracing performance mode and get above 60 frames per second. It's phenomenal. It's phenomenal. So again, you got to listen to me. If you are primarily a console gamer, it might not be smart for us to be paying, especially the $70 premium that a lot of these companies want now, to get that game, and then you're getting the worst version of that game. You are getting the brand new version of that game is the worst version of that game. So maybe we should wait a little bit more. And who knows? Maybe the game will drop in price dramatically. Maybe the game will get put on that subscription service that you love. Maybe the game will come out with DLCs and it'll be a better price. Maybe the game will get patches. It is what it is. And same thing with when I got to experience the all the Halos. I got to experience the Master Chief Collection on the Xbox Series X, running the games at 120 hertz, at 120 frames per second. Trust me, there's a difference. Trust me, there's a huge difference. Everything at upscale to 4K. There's a huge difference. There's a huge difference. When I got to play Anthem, right? A lot of people didn't like Anthem, but it's because Anthem was a beautiful game running at 30 frames. When you play it on the Xbox Series X, you could play it uncapped. Playing Anthem at 60 frames per second makes a huge difference. So again, maybe it's not in our best interest as console gamers to buy games day and date. I'm curious as to know how you feel. Am I tripping, Doc? You tripping? Now I'm gonna go ahead and play the game as soon as it drops. I can't wait. This, and that. Or are there some of you out there like me that are like, yeah, Doc, you making a lot of sense. Same thing when I got to play Ninja Gaiden. I got to play Ninja Gaiden on the Xbox Series X. Man, that thing looked clean, upscaled. I mean, running sharp, no hiccups, nothing. I mean, I don't know what you want me to tell you. Maybe that's the way you're supposed to use consoles. If you don't believe me, just in case you didn't know, Gotham Knights was $70 when it dropped, 30 frames per second. And I think right now it's $40 for the exact same game. You couldn't have waited a few months and saved yourself 30 bucks. Doc Dog 1985, there's levels to this. We out. Peace.